final, gentlemen. Kieran, from your perspective, what did you make of that play tonight?
Yeah, I thought we were very good. I thought the interchange was very good, as you said. I thought the midfield and defence deserve a lot of credit for once this season. I thought we were very good, and I think you hit the nail on the head. People were played in their correct positions, and they made a massive difference, I think. But we had too many negatives this season. We reached the final, so it's a positive. So we have to move forward. But I think overall it was a good performance. But we should be putting away teams like that, comfortably like that, and which we did, which is very positive.
Yeah, I agree. Did you echo that, bro? You're on mute, my friend.
Bloody hell, rookie mistake. Sorry about
that.
I have nothing to complain about today. But Potch got everything spot on. Players got everything spot on. It's what we should have done in the first leg. I'm glad we came out. Didn't really have to put our foot down in the second because we got Villa on Friday. We didn't pick up any injuries as we speak right now. We took off people that needed to come off because we've got Villa in mind. And you know what? We're on our way to Wembley. So, not a lot of teams are going to say that this season. So we've done the hard job getting there. If Liverpool beat Fulham tomorrow, we'll be the underdogs against Liverpool. But yeah, a very good performance all around. Good play from Ben Chilwell. I will say it was nice to see an actual natural left back because it does make a difference in terms of no one. A centre back playing at left back will never do the runs that Ben Chilwell does.
Yeah,
and also with Chilwell, you're gonna have to take that he's not that good defensively, so you're gonna have to take that with him because you can't coach it out of him. But the runs he made a difference. And I thought everyone played well tonight. Everyone's going to say, well, it's just Middlesbrough. But then you mocked us for losing to them 2 weeks ago. So you can't have it both ways, right? And I'll just say Palmer start building every game at this moment in time. I like that no one apart from Chelsea fans are really talking about him, which I kind of like. We get to really just enjoy when he's playing for us. All those can battle on their star boys, and we'll just leave this guy here to just start building his legacy. So it was a very, very, very good performance. I will say I did like Middlesbrough's goal. It was a very good goal as well from Middlesbrough, and their fans were very good as well all night long. So
yeah, I will say this to Middlesbrough fans. I felt for them. They probably knew they were not going to win, but they came that whole way down. It's freezing cold, cost of living crisis in this country. Traveled all that way. And 25 minutes into the game, it was over. They cut to the faces of the fans, and I did feel a little gutted for them, if I'm being honest, because I thought they were going to lose. But I think for them, if they could have lasted to the 50th, 60th minute before the game was over, that would have been good for them. A lot of people are talking about Liverpool in the final, but Steve, for Chelsea to get a trophy in the first year of Poch, when they've had so much criticism, how important is that to the redevelopment and growth of the football club?
Bro, it's a pretty big flex, I can't lie, because it's very impressive when you see a team, they're not at their best, but they can still compete for trophies somehow, some way. It's very impressive. I envy it as a Newcastle fan, right? Because we have to be amazing. We have to be awesome to get into these finals. And yeah, Chelsea haven't been that great this season. They've had some good performances, some good games. Obviously, Cole Palmer has been a stud throughout the season. When they signed him, I was like, I really like what I saw at Man City, even though there's limited minutes. It was he's been very impressive. But it's like I said, it's just really impressive the fact that they aren't even at their very best yet, but they're still finding themselves in finals. And they're gonna give a very good game to Villa on Friday, I'm assuming, in the FA Cup. So. Yeah, it's just, we can do the banter stuff, but last time I checked, Middlesbrough haven't lost 6-1 in quite a few years, so it's not everybody is beating them by tons of goals. So I'm not really going to run that because that's kind of silly, but yeah, I envy it. Definitely.
I hear you on that. Andrew brought something up, Kieran, about players being in their natural positions. Levi Colwill at centre back, Chilwell where he's meant to be, Caicedo and Enzo. Is it now about Poch seeing this success tonight and then taking it to that next level and doing it against Villa in the FA Cup, doing it in the Premier League games as well?
Of course, he has to. He has to. Like, he just gives us so much outlet. Yeah, as Andrew said, maybe he doesn't give the best defensively. He's not a bad defender, but going forward, he gives us so much outlet. Even that pass through to Sterling was exquisite. It was a great pass through, and he sets up goals. He works hard. He's great pace, and it's just a natural balance on the left hand side. It's just much better. So, I think when we have Reece James, hopefully, and Bell and Chilwell back together, it will make a massive difference to the balance. But I just thought overall, I thought we were very good today, and I think the biggest positive, I think, selling Kai Havertz for that amount of money and bringing in Cole Palmer is just it's just great business, and he's hit the ground running, thank God. And as you said, Man City probably won't miss him because they've so many good players themselves, but he's been just brilliant to watch. And as Andrew said, I'm glad that he's just kind of going under the radar a small bit, and we can get them enjoy him as Chelsea fans. And I'm so happy for him. It's brilliant.
You make a great point there, and I want to throw that to Andrew and just say, Arsenal get Kai Havertz, you end up getting Cole Palmer for £20 million cheaper. I mean, how much could Arsenal do with Cole Palmer right now with his goals and his assists and match-winning performances?
They'd probably be top of the table and clear by about 4 points right now. That's the difference. As much as Kai Havertz has done a little bit for them this season, I just think Palmer is that he comes in for him to come to a club even at Chelsea the way they are this season and actually just establish himself as the man. It just shows the levels and confidence that he had, even with not getting a lot of minutes under Pep, but just taking whatever Pep installed in those guys and taking it to another club. That's also a great testament to what Pep and his coaching staff do up there. Even the fringe players have the I wouldn't even call it arrogance, the confidence to go in and say, I'm here, I'm going to establish myself, even with people like Sterling and everything like that, and people, even some Chelsea fans at the start were going, what, Cole Palmer? For that 45 million may as well look like 4.5 million right now because it's a steal in this current market. For an England player, who I think Terry, and we've got to remember who the England manager is, if he doesn't take Palmer to the Euros, it'll be a big, massive crime. But he's been sensational, and now I think he's on like 20 GNA for the season. That was his first goals in the League Cup as well. So he hasn't even scored in every round. So it's like he's just established himself.
He has to be on that plane for me as of right now.
He has to be.
I get you take a squad that's used to playing with each other, but I think what you also have to do is you throw in 2 or 3 of those. I don't like the word wild card, but players that have maybe not been involved as much, but have had brilliant seasons. And you look at, Jack Grealish hasn't played much this year, but I look at someone like Palmer can play multiple positions. Great understudy, if you like, for Phil Foden, but someone that could push Phil Foden for a position. James Maddison gets a lot of injuries. Palmer doesn't. He's been a sensation. He's been a sensational bit of business.
Also going to help him. It's also going to help him. And I don't like it, but we're not in Europe this year, so there's no like traveling tax. I know these guys fly first class, but you know what I'm talking about, just the mental fatigue and everything like that. I just think, hopefully, he doesn't get an injury or something like that. I was actually thinking he was one of the players to take off, like for Friday in mind, because we were already 4-0 up. But no, I mean, if I just put everything, protect this guy, because he is the key to Chelsea doing something this season. He really is, I think. So
he certainly is. Steve, from your point of view, as a sort of neutral to this, how impressed have you been with Cole Palmer? And when you consider the price that players go for in 2023-24, 100 million here, 80 million there, to pick him up for what appears to be a very low fee of 45 million in context, he must be in the running right now for one of the signings of the season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look, the guy, like I said, I liked him at Man City. The thing that always stood out for me was he's eager to receive the ball. He can strike a ball very, very cleanly and with some power as well. He's just got confidence, man, because he knows his own ability. He's a very confident young man, and he did not look out of place when he came out from Man City. And Pep knew that. Pep don't let just anyone play outside of maybe the few not so great signings that they've made. Very, very rare. But if you play for a Guardiola team at any point, like you're probably rated to some extent. So yeah, it's fantastic value at 45. I mean, he's probably the second or third best right winger in the league right now. and you can also play him at the 10. The guy makes very good runs in behind. He just picks up good position. He knows how to play football. He knows how to play football, and he's consistent. And if you give him game time, clearly we can see that he's going to produce goals and very good performances as well. So yeah, this is nothing but praise for Cole Palmer, really. Yeah, he's a stud, and he'll be a very good player for Chelsea, it looks like. And he has to play for England. I'm not an England fan, but just looking at him as a football fan, yeah, Southgate has to bring Cole Palmer because he's played far better than Saka for me this season. So he deserves to get a chance. But we know how England works with Southgate. So, but yeah, nothing but praise for Cole Palmer, man. Super player. So very
yeah. Listen, I think he's been, as you say, absolutely impeccable and deserves so much praise. Some super chats here. First one says everyone was good today, bar Mahalo Mudrik. We had 6 shots on target and 6 goals. Need more of that to climb up the table. Yeah, Kieran, that clinical edge today was there for everybody to see.
It wasn't there even like 2 weeks ago when we were slating him that we couldn't actually put Middlesbrough to the sword. We missed a few sitters, but today 6 shots on target, 6 goals. As Andrew said, there's absolutely nothing we can complain about tonight. We've complained about so much week in, week out, but no, I think Gary Neville said it on commentary as well. We were ruthless, and that's the main word tonight. We were ruthless, and I just thought the finish was excellent. I seen a lot of chats there about Mudryk. Yeah, he wasn't great at all. His passing and stuff, but yeah, I'm still on that fence. Just give him a small bit more time. That's all.
You know what the positive of this though is, Mudryk? At least Poch noticed it and changed him at half time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's positive. Get Madueke on. It wasn't working, Mudryk. You know, we got a lot of getting of that 3 games in the next 7 days, 8 days. So let's just see what Madueke can do.
I really like Nani as well. I think he's very direct, and he tries to get in behind. He has shots. Yeah. I think at the moment, I know they're both really, really young players, but I think Nani's just edging at the moment with just the way he's playing, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Cole Palmer's best position is, by the way?
Where he played tonight, I think where he played tonight, just behind the striker, where he can free roam, he can go left, he can go right, he can come behind the striker. I think there he's perfect. As he said even last week, and when he was speaking, he can play all over. He can play left, he can play right, he can play up front, he can play behind, which is great. Yeah. And one thing about him, he never ever complains. If he's put on the left, if he's put on the right, if he's put up front, he just gets on with his job, and it's
I think give him a free roll. I think, you know what I mean. I think he likes really though. If you notice him, he's centre or to the right because he's left-footed. He likes to be in the opposite wing. I don't really see him do it on the left. A couple of times today when he did that nutmeg, that backheel nutmeg, and then he looped across him. But he's mainly the centre or just to the right usually.
You know what?